to for anyone and for me too. So that's, and I'm really happy to have the experience of having played for so many Filipinos, because I know that you guys love singing. So I've always been very heartily welcomed, and I'm very thankful for that. Thanks. Like I said, when you come to a new place and it's a first, that means a lot. And when we came here in 1988, wow. Rune and I, yeah, someone said, wow, yeah, we're 780 years old, and we were here in 88, playing at the Folk Arts Theatre in Manila, and that was a shock, really, to us, because we'd been playing clubs in Scandinavia, and we'd done a lot of TV and radio around Europe, and then we'd played in Japan, in Tokyo, in a club 2 nights, and then that, you know, you had hordes of people standing, you know, behind barriers, like 100 meters away, going, that was a shock. We didn't know we were that big, but that was fantastic. What was not so fantastic about the first gig was that it was a packed place, which is cool, but there was no aircon. They only had, you know, open windows down at the Folk Arts. And I was in a grey suit, so, you know, after about 3 songs it looked like I wet myself. Which I hadn't, but there was a darker suit the next evening. 6 nights in all, with 66 publicly. Official numbers were 66,000 people in total. And then we were back in 89 and so on and so forth. So, and Araneta is a fantastic venue to play in. I've been lucky to play there at least 3 times, maybe 4. And then you have the new venue, the what is it called? Yes. Mall Ovation, yeah, which doesn't look as big as Araneta when you're on stage, but I know it is, or even bigger. Yeah, it's a bigger capacity, isn't it? Yeah. So that's that. Next. Sort of that question. And I said, well, I'm not very good at taking care of me and myself for periods of time, but when you go on the road, you really have to. So you have to start, you know, working out and taking care of your, you know, eating the right stuff and yeah, and not drinking too much and all that. So yeah, you need to just stop all booze and just be in the. I like being in the woods. I'm happy to live in a place where I can go to the woods very easily. So I'm sorry. Fresh air. Fresh air always helps. Do you know that? Fresh air.
Have you been to Baguio?
Yes, I have been to Baguio. I played in Baguio.
Oh,
it's really nice there.
Yeah, I think you like.
And I've been to Banaue.
Wow.
Yeah, the rice terraces and everything up there. It's really nice, fresh air, and that helps you go.
All right, thank you.
So you do. I don't do that. Maybe I'll sing a song. You know, like blackbird sing the dead of night. You know, just warming up. And then I always tell myself, don't worry, Per. You're the best in the world. So you'll do this all right. And I am sort of, because everyone is the best in the world at what you're doing. Because there is no one like you, or me. We're unique, so whoever else would like to sing Fra Lippo songs, ha ha, I am the best. But I you know, please try. I like singing Stevie Wonder or, you know, Marvin Gaye or Carole King or the Beatles, but I know I'm not as good as those because they wrote those songs and they performed them. So that's it. We'll be happy to be able to perform again after that. Well, that gets me. And I think people would think it's really nice to be able to go to show again. So, you know, we don't wish that upon anyone, do we? Thank you.
Yeah, to dedicate to Filipino fans.
No, not stitches and burns. I don't want to see you anymore. Rune actually wrote, you know, he wrote those lyrics, and he wrote, which is funny, I think, when I come to think of it. He wrote, yeah, people say that I'm a fool. Well, I don't know. You know, then you really are a fool, aren't you? Well, no, Light and Shade maybe. I think Light and Shade was, you know, the lyrics there are beautiful, and it's not like the lyrics, it's, you know, separate. You can't separate the lyrics from the music, or music from the lyrics. It's just one piece of art, if you like. That's, you know, they can't be without one another. It's one song. You're welcome. Not necessarily the same. My grandmother gave me a single for my 5th birthday, and on the A side was Yellow Submarine. On the B side was Eleanor Rigby. How can anyone not like Eleanor Rigby, you know? So, I don't know, but on Dreams you have several tracks I like. Yeah. So, not Fra Lippo Lippi. Did you say other albums, other artists?
No, from the album, not necessarily a single.
From our album,
Yeah.
so from...
Not the popular ones.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Heart of the Matter from Dreams. It's a really good track, I think. Naive from Dreams. It's a good track. I always like Coming Home from Songs album. Yeah. It's, that is something that I know many people experience, being away from one another. Yeah, I know. It's just hard to speak about it. Because I know there are a lot of people who work abroad and don't see their loved ones for maybe a year or two. And that is hard. So that means a lot to me. It is, you know, of course, it matters. It matters a lot.
And despite your distance from the Philippines, you're very well loved here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
In life, and that is love, music, words, communication. We love the same things. We want to be, you know, it's melodic and it's warm-hearted, and I think that's something that will never be out of fashion. Really, we need that. Yeah. This time there will be 3 acts, both nights. So the first night, I think it's a local band called Progeny. Yeah, Progeny. And then the second night it will be a local band called Decades. Yeah, you know those? Yeah. Yeah. And then there is an English guy whose name is Steve Hovington, and he represents the band called B Movie. So he will be the both nights, and then it's us. And you know, when I say us, I mean us. It's just not just me. My son Oscar. He's 30 years old. He has his own band called Jim Gray, sort of prog rock or prog pop rock, if you like. And he also, where he's singing and playing keyboards, writing their own songs, and he's also in a British band, prog rock band called Big Big Train. So they recorded now in Italy, and then they played in Leicester in England, and he's going on tour with his band Dim Grey and Big Big Train in the autumn all over Europe. So he played with me the first time here in 2012 at Araneta, and then in 2015 and 2018. I depend on that guy because he knows all the the sounds and everything, and he sings really well. And then, yeah, please check out Dim Grey. It's on Spotify and everywhere else. And then, of course, I have I brought my guitar player from Norway, Erlend Hansen, who's we've played together since 1984, so we know each other really well. He's a brilliant guitar player. So that's that. Anything else to say about that? I will play all the hits. I'll do all the hits. Don't worry. Yeah.
I've seen the set list. It's all there.
Yeah. I hope so.